Very nice in vitro data. Have you done any in vivo study to examine the effects of one-time exposure to these anesthetics on neurogenesis? For example, using postnatal animals.
Using what?
Postnatal animals.
Yes. We have. We've done studies, and many other labs as well have done studies using the developing animal. 5 different species have been evaluated, including the non-human primate, the rat, the mouse, the guinea pig. And what we have found is that as long as you look at a certain developmental window, in the non-human primate, which may be the one that's most interesting, it's from about 3/4 of the way through term, 3/4 of the way through pregnancy, up to 5 days of age. If you wait to 30 days of age, the effect is not there. So there's a window of sensitivity, and it is in the developing animal, either in utero or early postnatal. And there are duration effects. That is, if you expose the anesthesia for 3 hours, you do not see this effect. But if you go to 6 hours, 9 hours, 12 hours, then you start to see effects of dead neurons in the nervous system. And then also you can evaluate those animals later and look for cognitive deficits. And there's animals now, non-human primates, that had one bout of anesthesia for 24 hours of ketamine, and those animals after 4 years of age still haven't recovered the cognitive deficits that they had from the very beginning. So it's a long-lasting effect based on the cognitive studies.
So do they end up having a reduced number of neurons in the hippocampus? Because you said that they do have cognitive dysfunction.
Right. No one to date has counted the number of neurons to be able to validate that. Some of the initial studies did indicate that. This is studies by John Oley's lab at WashU. They had some initial indications. But more recently, they've been looking at immediate effects and then using cognitive behavioral function as a long-term marker.
Okay. Did anyone look at hippocampal neurogenesis in these animals? Because adult neurogenesis is important for cognitive function.
Yes. No, you're absolutely right. And it really looks as though in the rat, where the sensitive window is from day 0, first day of birth, out to day 14, with a peak of sensitivity at day 7, that you can actually see the lesion kind of move around. Early on, there's certain areas that are affected. Later on, you may have more of the hippocampal area being affected. So cortical areas, midbrain structures are affected, and there is a different time course within this window of sensitivity.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Dan?
Yes.